Hey, it's Andy. So you want to go and build a Notion dashboard, so you've gone and downloaded some templates, checked out some YouTubers, and are raring to go. But when you sit down to do it, you're a bit unsure about what to do. Well, if that sounds familiar, then this video is definitely for you, because today I'm going to show you step by step how to create the dashboard that I toured in my last two videos. I'll drop timestamps into the description so you can hop about if you want, but other than that, grab your laptop, jump into your workspace, and let's get into it. So step one of the build to create our dashboard is to go and add in some pages. So I'm currently here on a brand new blank page in my Notion workspace. And the first thing that I almost always do is to make it full width. So just go and click on the full width button. And let's go and give this our title, which is going to be dashboard. And I'm also going to go and give it an icon. And actually in here, I've started using icons rather than emojis because they're a bit cleaner. And in here, I've actually got a dashboard symbol, which is the dashboard for a car. So let's click on that one. Great, so that's our initial page. And we now want to go and create some pages that are nested underneath this. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. As you can see here that we've got an empty page, and then we want to go and press the /, and here we want page. So that's the first way. So let's go and call this, I'm going to create some departments from my business. So let's go and call this marketing. And then I want to go back to that dashboard page. So that's the first way that we can create a new page. The second way is on the right hand side here. You can see we've got dashboard and then we've got the plus. So if I just click on the plus icon here, that also adds a new page. So let's call this sales. And then click off. But another way, and you can do this quite quickly, if you want to add several pages, let's put in here, we're going to have finance, we're also going to have admin, and let's also have team. So I've just typed some titles. Now if I go and drag across those three, and I click on the 6 dots, we can go turn into, and then here I've got page. So if I click on that one, now it's gone and turned all three of those into a page at the same time. So that's actually a little bit quicker. So we've got our various pages. Now for each of these, we also want to give them an icon. So let me show you how to do this. And again, we can do this in a couple of different ways. So if I go into marketing, let's go in here, click add icon. And then if we go into icons, we can just go and click something. So let's say that marketing is going to be a lot about media. So if I just type in here, media, and then let's just put a camera just for an example. So that's one way you can add an icon. The second way on the dashboard is if we click here without even going into the page, just click on the blank page symbol. So let's go to sales. This is to do with income. So let's go and say money, and let's just go and click here one of these finance symbols. So that's sales. And then another way you can add an icon is here under finance. We can click icon here. So let's click finance again, money, and let's just choose a different icon. Let's just choose this one. Great. So I'll just do the remaining two. Great. So we've now got our dashboard and we've got all of these various pages within the dashboard. Now, I actually am going to move these. They're not nested underneath dashboard. And the reason I do this is that I don't want them to appear on the dashboard as their own pages. So to do that, all we do is go and drag until we get the line above, like that. And you can see that they're now on the same level within the team space. So I'm just going to do that for all the others. Great. And I'm also going to reorder them. Great, so we've now got our top level dashboard, then we've got marketing, sales, team, finance, and admin. So we've got all of our various pages, and you can of course use whatever page names you want. And those are now all stored on the left-hand side. So step 2 in our build is to go and create the navigation for our dashboard. So in here, I'm going to create a synced block. And this is going to go and be accessed through each of these different pages. So if you make any changes within the synced block, it then goes and reflects those changes wherever that synced block appears. So I've added that in and we can see the line around it. So the first thing is I'm going to go and create, we want to be able to get back to the home, which is the dashboard. So I'm just going to here create a word which is dashboard. And I'm going to make this a bit bigger. So if you press # and then the space, it will then make the text a bit bigger. So that's dashboard. And we're currently in the dashboard page. Now, if you press on your keyboard, Command L, you can see that we've got the link copy to clipboard, and that's copied the link to this page. You can also, on the left-hand side where you've got the 3 dots, click those and then go copy link, and that does the same thing. So again, copy link. So if we now go and select dashboard, and then if we go and either press paste or you can press Command V on your keyboard, it's now pasted the link to this page over the top of that text. And you can see it actually says there, dashboard. So now I'm just going to go and create a little bit of formatting, and I'm going to do that for all of the other pages. So I've created marketing. And now I like having a little separator between each of these. So if you go into your emojis just on your laptop or within your workspace, and then I just like clicking this little dot. So if I just click on that one, is this just a very subtle separator between each of these different areas. So I've got marketing, I'll then press space, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have sales, 1, 2, 3, and then press again the emoji, and I want the dot. Something to be aware of also, if you press double space on your keyboard too quickly, it'll actually put a dot in, as in a full stop. So if I show you, if I press twice, it puts in a dot, so I don't want that, so I have to press the space bar quite slowly. So 3, and then we're going to have finance, and then I'll just complete the other 2. Great, so I've now created each of our navigation areas, so marketing, sales, finance, team, and admin. So let's just go and copy those links. I'll show you again. So if I go here to marketing, I could just go copy link. Then let's go and double click our marketing and press paste over the top. So now we've got our link. And if I now click this, you can see it takes us to our marketing page. And then if I go back to the dashboard on the left-hand side, let me just go and add links for the others. And I'm actually going to just swap the order of these. So if you want to swap the order of these pages, you just click and drag. And now we can see we've got sales, finance, and then team. So great, we've now got each of our different pages and we've got access to them. And again, let me just show you, if I click on finance, it goes to the finance page. Now clearly if we're on finance, we want to go back to the dashboard. We want to go and be able to do that rather than clicking this left-hand menu. And we do that by using the synced block. So I'm going to go back to dashboard. We've got our synced block here. So if I click in it, on the right-hand side, you've got this option, which is copy and sync. So if I click on that one, let's now go into marketing. As I said to you, I almost always go and make these full width. So let's click full width. Then underneath here, if I just go and press paste or Command V on my keyboard, you can now see that the synced block has gone and pulled through from the main dashboard. And what we can now do is if I click on dashboard, that link will take us back to the dashboard. And then I can then click on marketing and we go back to marketing. So we're creating some little paths, some little wormholes that take us through to these different pages. So let me quickly go and show you. I'm going to do that on all the other pages. Fantastic. So we've now got a little dashboard or a little area for each of our different departments. So I can go to the dashboard, then I can go to marketing, sales, finance, team, and admin. So I can now hop between these really easily using this navigation bar at the top of the page. Step 3 in our dashboard build is to go and create the basic overall layout. So let me show you how to do that. First up, we want to go and create 3 columns. So if you press / on your keyboard, COL, so col and then 3, and then return, that goes and creates 3 columns. And although it's quite hard to see at the moment, if I hover, we've got 1 column here, then we've got our second column, then we've got our third column. And within this column, we want to go and create some headers. So if I just go and press # 3 times on my keyboard and then space, that creates heading 3. And the first section here on the left-hand side is going to be goals. So I'm just going to type goals. Then if you press return and press the dash button on your keyboard 3 times, that just goes and creates a horizontal line. So it's quite a nice clean break before we're going to go and add our database section underneath. So that's goals. So in the middle, we're going to go and have our OKRs. So again, here, let's press the # 3 times in space, then OKRs, return the dash button to create the horizontal line. And then lastly, we'll do the right-hand column. And this is going to be projects. So if I just, again, # 3 times space, type projects, return, and then press the dash key 3 times, we've got our nice 3 columns. You can also go and resize these. So if I hover on here on the left-hand side between these 2 sections, we can see that I've got a vertical line. And if I just go and drag that, we can pull that over. And again, for projects, I'm just going to go and drag that to the right-hand side a little bit. So we've got a nice big section in the middle for our OKRs, and then the goals and the projects will be a bit smaller. So those are 3 columns. We now want to go and have a clean break across the whole page. So if I just click here and drag, we can see that this is a column, column, but then if I drag a bit further down, we've then got a horizontal line that goes across the whole page. So I'm just going to go and release that one and then click underneath, and then let's again put in 3 columns. So col 3, return. And if I just go and type in here, let's do quick actions. So I'm going to type quick actions, and this is in normal text this time. And if I click on the 6 dots and then go turn into heading 3, that does the same thing as we had above for the hashtags. And again, let's just go and put in our break. And we can see now that this is different columns because this one is now wider. So because we put in that horizontal break, this column is now independent of the one above. And I'll show you why that's beneficial in just a tick. Let me now go and add the other two columns. Great, so we've now got our tasks and notes as well. So we can go and resize these so they're in the same place as the columns above. But the benefit of this is that if our OKRs, if we've got a calendar in here, for example, expands, now when this gets bigger, it knocks down all three of those columns at the same time, rather than just knocking down the middle column, which would look a little bit weird. So have a think about how you want to go and lay out your page before you start putting in bits. But that's how we can create a nice tidy layout. If you have seen my previous videos, you'll have noticed that underneath I also had a section on reference material and also on project timelines. So you can add those later, but I'm not going to do those just for the purposes of time in this video. Moving on to step 4, and that's quick actions. So here we've created our header, and we now need to go and add some quick action buttons underneath. So if you press / and then just type button, this enables you to do a few things around pages and databases, etc. So let's say that we want to go and add a new task to our task database. So here I want to go and add a page to, so I'm going to click that one. Then we want to go and select our database, and I'm just going to type task, which brings up my task database, tasks. So we don't want to go and put a title in, we'll add that in a second. But other things, edit other properties. So in terms of the status, so I want to go and make sure that that is set to inbox. So here we go, inbox, and that will do us for this. All right, so let's just go and give this a title. So this is new task and an emoji. So let's just put a check just because it's to do with tasks. So we'll click that one. And of course, when we click this button, we don't want to just create a blank page and then leave it as it is. We want to go and add in our idea for what the task is. So after we've gone and created this new page, we also want to add another step. And this is going to go and open the page. And here under open, we then want to select this one at the top, which is the new page that's just been added. So create a new page, we'll give it the inbox status, and then we'll open it so that we can then go and add our idea. So now we can see that it opens in center peak. We've given it a name, so let's just click done. Great. So now if I click on this one, it's opened up this new page within the tasks database. So we can go and give it a title. So make a cup of tea. If we wanted to go and add anything else in, we can. However, normally I process these later because they're in my inbox. So I can literally just get it out of my head, make a cup of tea, click off it, and that's it, done. So that's how you can go and add some quick actions. So other buttons that you will have seen in the previous video are a new project, a new resource, a new note. So it's all done the same way. So let me quickly show you how to do a new note. So again, / button. This is going to be add a page to. We want to select the database, which is going to be notes. Then we don't want to add information in the title. Again, we want to go and put the status as inbox. Then we want to go and add another step. This is just to go and open the page. And we want to go and open the page that we've just created. New page added. Great. We'll give it a title, which is new note. And then I'm just going to go and give this the page icon. There we go. So that's our new page, new note. Click done. Fab. And then we've got another button. And you can add as many of these as you want. So that's how you can add some quick actions to your dashboard so that you can get some ideas out of your head ASAP. Step 5 in the dashboard build is to go and start adding the databases into the dashboard. And this is where things get really exciting and really powerful. So the first thing that I want to say is that all of my databases are actually stored in one location. So here under administration, under my admin home, I've got my databases and these are all stored in one place. And that's just to go and help make maintaining them a lot easier, to go and avoid things being deleted accidentally. You know, I'd really recommend that you think about doing the same thing yourself. So if we go back to our dashboard, in here, we want to create what are called linked views of those databases, and it's really straightforward to do. So the first one is let's go and add in our goals so that we can see them on our dashboard whenever we check in. So if you just press / and then type in linked, we can see here that we've got linked view of database. So if I just click on that one, the first thing we need to decide is where's our data going to come from. So of course, I've got a database called goals. So I'll just go and type that one in, select that database. Then the next thing is, what view do I want to choose? So here are some of the views that I've already created on the main database that I just showed you. And we can then go and decide which one we want to pick, or we can create a brand new view. So here, the one that I'm going to pick is current. So if I just go and click on current, we can then go make any amendments. Do we want to change the name of it? Do we want to go and change any of the filters, etc.? So I don't want to do that. I'm literally going to use the one I've already created, click the X to get off it. The only thing is it does put the name of the database in this view, and I don't really like that. So if you click the three dots, we can just go hide database title. So we've now got gallery view, we've got the name of the goal, we've got a progress bar. It's really nice to go and view it straightforward. We can see how we're progressing. So to add more goals, if I had more goals listed here, it would then just go and expand to show whichever ones I wanted. So that's the first example of how to add a linked database. So next, let's go and create another linked view of a database, but let's create a brand new view. So here I'm in my OKRs, or objectives and key results. And this is actually made up of two different databases, the objectives and then the key results. So I press / and then type in linked again, and then we've got a linked view of database and return. And then I want to go and select firstly my objectives database. So I'm going to select that one. Now this time I'm going to create a brand new view. So rather than one of the ones that I've already created, I'm going to go new empty view, and this is going to be called overview. And then we can select the type of format that we want for this database. So let's just go and select table. I don't want to see the database title, so I'm going to deselect that. And then I'm also going to go and click done. Then we want to go and select our properties. So within here, within this table, what do I want to see? And the status, well, I only want to see my current ones. So I don't need to know the status because it's only going to be the current ones that I look at. The progress, that'd be a good idea. So how am I doing with these ones? And let's also just for fun, let's put in the quarter. So those are the three properties that I want to see. And then the last thing we need to do is just go and filter. So I don't want to see all of them. So let's just say the status for the ones that I want to look at is in progress. There we go. And then click off and then save for everybody and click the X. So now we've got the name of the objective, I can see the progress that's being made, and the quarter as well. And if you want to rearrange these, I can just click and drag the quarter title of this column, and then I can move them around. I can also go and resize, so I can drag these. And you can see that at the bottom this bar's appeared, and that's because it's going just off this column. So there are two things you could do. You could either go make this column shorter, and it gets rid of that scroll bar, but it is now cutting off the name of this first objective. So one way around that is if you go into layout for table and then scroll down, you can see we've got wrap all columns. So if I just go and click that toggle and then click off, it's now gone and wrapped this name, so we can see all of it rather than it being cut off. So that's added our first view. So let's go and add another view into this area of the dashboard, but for a different database. So next to overview, if I click the plus, again, we want to add another view, but for this one, I'm going to choose a different database, and this is going to be our key results. So type key, we've got the key results database here, select that one. And then let me go and pick the to update view that we've already created. And updating is clearly something we want to do on a regular basis. So I'm just going to click on this one. Then under table, I'm going to turn off the database title. I know what this is, etc. And then click off. Now, this looks a little bit untidy. We've got the horizontal bar, etc. So I'm just going to go and hide in view the objective. And that's given us a lot more breathing room. And then drag this just so that I can see all of the key result. Again, I mean, tracking, it's up to you. Let's go and hide this one. Then we go and we can go and make this a bit bigger. And let's go and shorten our progress bar. That's the thing that why Notion is so brilliant, is that you can make things so custom for your specific requirements. So what you want to see in this view, you can get rid of things that are irrelevant. You can go and wrap things. There's loads of options. So that's why here, all I want to be able to do is see what the key result is. I want to know what my target is, and I want to know what the current is. And then I've got the progress bar to see how I'm doing. And that's why this is also really powerful using linked views, is that you could link database views in that you can see different database in the same place. So we've got our objectives, our key results under OKRs. So I'm just going to go and do the other sections, so the projects, tasks, and notes in the same way. And there we go. So just like that, really quickly, I've just gone and highlighted my projects that are the favorited ones. I've also got notes in here that are the ones that I've highlighted. and also tasks, and I can just quickly get rid of those database titles. And there we have a very quick demonstration of how you can create a powerful Notion dashboard. So that concludes our dashboard build for today. I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions about what I've covered, do go and post them in the comments below. I'll get back to all of you because I want to make sure that you can create some amazing Notion dashboards for yourselves. If you've enjoyed the video, please do go and hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and will ensure that other people can also discover this video. I've got loads more tutorials, training, videos coming up, so do make sure you also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. If you want some further content about Notion, then why not check out this playlist? It's got loads of information on using Notion in real estate, but other than that, I will see you in the next video. See ya.